Hey. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. It's Kashia Sharice. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. It's Kashia Sharice. I am so happy today. I am out of my wilderness. I want to talk about light stuff now. Light stuff. Because, I've been talking about heavy stuff. I'm still going to post about the spiritual warfare, of course. Because, people need to see that. But I'm talking about light stuff now, because stuff that I want, and curing minds like my mind want to know, or topics that I find fun, right? I want to talk about fun stuff. I want to talk about light stuff, and I can. So, I want to talk about holding your partner down, right? So, and this is for people who are together, married, you're dating your purpose partner, your, soon to be, right? Or you're like just looking around, you're glancing, right? I want you to keep one thing in mind. It is hard to find a genuine, loving person that cares about you, that holds you down, that loves you for you and not trying to change you, and that wants to build with you. It's hard to find all those qualities. And when you come across a person that can provide those qualities, in whether you're first meeting them, sometimes you meet them and it just all aligns, right? And you're like, wow, I didn't have to tell them what I wanted. They expressed who they are, and it's all I wanted, right? So when you come across a person like that, don't think it's easy to find. You know what they say about diamonds? It could be a diamond in the rough, because they may be looking rough right now, but the qualities that they possess will have them shining bright real soon. A lot of people are looking at or through their human eyes instead of their spiritual eyes, and they fumble that good person, right? They fumble it because they may be scared of that person's gift. That happens a lot when a person is scared of a person's gift, because their gift is so amazing, their gift is so wide and stretching, that opposite sex, whether female or male, may be scared of that person's gift and not knowing how they will fit within that person's life, right? And they become scared of it, and they fumble that person's heart, or they fumble that person, meaning that they give them up, meaning they drop the ball, meaning that person will no longer ever be in their life in that way because they dropped the ball, right? Because one thing about a person who has those qualities of being genuine and caring and loving a person for who they are and really pouring into a person, one thing about a person like that, if you fumble them, you will never get them in your life again in a way that you would want. Unless God tell them to. That's the only way. If God says this is your purpose partner, then yeah, that's the only way. But other than that, no. Because that person may have been through a lot in their life and seen a lot of different scenarios, whether they were in it or not. And they're not going to put themselves in a situation for their heart to be broken again, or to be fumbled and spin the block. It's just not gonna happen. Just not gonna happen. So, and what's a person that holds you down? Do you understand how hard that is? What a person name that comes to mind, and LeVar Walker was talking about her this morning, LeVar the comedian, the ex-pharmacist. Now he's a comedian, LeVar Walker. Yeah, he was talking about her this morning. And I was like, he is so right. Her name is Meagan Good. Like, she held down her now husband. She held him down when y'all laughed at her about doing it. But see, you didn't know the behind the scenes, did you? Because that was between them two. You didn't know that he had already held her down. He had already poured into her. You didn't know that because y'all just look and be like, why she doing that? And why she did that? And why she holding hands with him going to court? And he did this and he did that. But you didn't know that he had already held her down. He had already poured into her. He had already affirmed her. And she was just returning the favor in public. But y'all want to gossip and say why she was holding his hand and why she held him down, because he held her down first. And affirmed her and built her up in a time when she was like in a down place. He held her down. And when the enemy came after him, after Jonathan, she held him down in public. And now they're married. Holding down, right? When somebody holds somebody down, when they're in a down place, when they're even trying to pick themselves up off the ground, when they're in the rebuilding phase, when somebody holds a person down like that, you don't see the behind the scenes. Only thing you see is when the enemy comes after their purpose partner and then they're holding them down in public. That's all you see, but you didn't see the behind the scenes when that person was crying to them, right? That person who is now in the public being villainized. When they were pouring into their purpose partner behind the scenes, when she was probably crying after what she had just gone through, he was there pouring into her, lifting her up, telling her how she was a queen, wiping her tears away, showing her love, making fun activities for them to do just to lift her spirits. Doing actions like maybe bringing her food or bringing her flowers or you're going to get a pedicure today. It's already paid for. Go get your pedicure. Go get your massage. Right? Things like that y'all don't see behind the scenes. And then she just held him down. He held her down and she loved those qualities. She said, this is my purpose partner. I love how he just held me down in what he did. And it wasn't even financial. It was the person. It was the spirit. It was the genuineness, right? And she just held him down because she said, that's going to be my purpose partner. Like, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. He mine. And I'm holding him down. I don't care what the public say. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say because I believe in God. And that's what it is. And y'all going to see a black queen hold down her black king. What? And she did that. They did that. And now they married. It's hard to find that because y'all be looking. Some of y'all be in that pool still. But y'all be looking and saying, where is my person? I want him to look like this. He got to be this tall. He got to be built like this. He got to have this amount of money. He got to drive this. He got to have this type of house. He can't do this. Y'all be having all them stipulations. But let me tell you, that person may not even fit all those criteria that you're putting. And that's why you ain't going to find them. All those qualities in one person. You're going to be doing a build a man. Some of y'all got to build a man when y'all have one man. Oh, he's the finance guy, and he's the person to give me emotional support, and he's the one, he's going to, let me down. That's what y'all got, build a man. But what I can say is that once you find a person like that is either pouring into you while you're down and you're in the rebuilding phase, right? When you find a person that's actually genuine, you can feel their heart, you can feel like they're gonna hold you down. You better hold on tight to them, because they're not gonna last for long. Let me tell you, there's people out there that be like, they step up and they be like, huh, you coming with me to my house and my acres. They be like, you mine. You know how long I've been trying to love you? You know, they be saying stuff like that. So they ain't gonna be around for long. So people be fumbling people haphazardly, you know. I think it's because sometimes people fumble people, not to give excuses, because I know the people that have been fumbled, they be like, I don't care. But the reason they fumble you is because they may have just gotten out of something and they don't want to get into nothing. They know you're a good person. They know that you'll probably pour into their life and you both will probably have amazing things. But they just got out of something and their heart is bruised. So they're scared. And you know what fear gets you? Nothing. Fear gets you nothing. So that's one reason. Another reason is they're scared because they've never had something like that before. They never come across a person like you. They never have. They're like, this is magical and this is too fast for me. How am I falling in love the first day I met you, right? Or how am I having these feelings like so quick? It's too quick. I've never had this. It's too fast. And the person fumbles, that person. They're scared. They have fear in them. And you can't have the spirit of fear, God says, because you lose out every time. Another reason, they don't see themselves within your life because of the spiritual gifts God has given you. He may have given you so many skills and gifts, so many gifts, and they see you there. They be like, I see where God is taking you, or I see where you're going, and I don't know if I could live up to all those people you're going to be around. You're going to be around movie stars, as they call them, fallen stars. You're going to be around those stars. And I don't think I'm going to be able to be that type of person that can even measure up to the people you're going to be around. Because you're going to be around those people that be on TV and those people that are making millions, billions. You're going to be around them. And I don't think I can measure up as a person, as a woman or a man. So they'll fumble you. Because they don't think that they can measure up. Wow. And what's another reason why they fumble you? They got them demons on them. They're very manipulative and very selfish, right? Maybe, some people have been by themselves for a while. I've met some people, they've been single for 3, 4, 5 years. And they're happy being alone. But then they run across you. And they're like, wow, I never met nobody like you. This is amazing. But they've been single for so long that they like it. And that's fine. You can be single if you like being alone. And some people, they're meant to be alone. Be alone, y'all. If you meant to be alone, don't go messing up people's lives. Just be alone by yourself. Because don't mess up another life. So they run across you, though, and they're like, ooh, I never met nobody like you. Of course you haven't. I'm one of a kind. So then they start contemplating, like, they're like, man, maybe I can be in that person's life. Maybe, but I'm selfish. But I like being alone. But I am inconsistent. And they fumble. Because the thing about the person that you fumbling, or that person that diamond, Right? A diamond can be a man or a woman. The thing about that diamond is they are very sharp and very wise. And they ask those questions. And if those questions ain't adding up, if the questions 1 plus 1 equals 2 or 2 plus 2 equals 4 ain't adding up, and if 2 plus 5 equals 25, it just ain't adding up. And then that diamond starts to be like, you can't be in my life. Because why would I have you in my life when I can have another diamond in my life? Right? Why would I have you in my life when I can have another diamond in my life? Because 2 diamonds together is a force to be reckoned with. 2 diamonds is a force to be reckoned with, not the false diamonds, because there's a lot of false diamonds out there. Y'all think they shining bright, but they about to come down. They about to fall down. And y'all been worshiping them and idolizing them, but they about to fall because they keep playing with God. They're false diamonds. They're false. They're fraud and a phony. And they're about to come down. And they mask gonna come off too. And then y'all gonna be like, they ugly. I thought they was the most beautiful person in the world. But they're so ugly. They are. So, yeah. Just keep that in mind when you're meeting people, ladies and men. Keep that in mind, because when you run across a real one, make sure you don't fumble them, because you may be fumbling your purpose partner, because God can always make changes. He may have put you in their view, and then you started being who you are. You are who you are in this moment. It may actually, if you fumble them, it may actually mature you. So that's good. So that if you ever, because you know that's hard to find, if you ever run across another diamond, it's with all those qualities, because it's hard to find a diamond with all those qualities. If you ever run across them again, maybe, because you know that can be a lifetime, you may get half. It might not be a diamond. You may know how to treat a person. You may not be so prideful. You may not be so boastful. You may not be so, I can't. You may not be so, I wouldn't. You may not be so quick to judge. You may not be so, I ain't doing that for you. You may not be so foolish. So I just wanted to put that on y'all brain, on y'all mind today. Because I'm feeling good today. And I want to do some lighter material. The fumbles. Y'all fumble. We who have been fumbled, don't worry about it. Because if you don't got no purpose partner yet, you will very soon. Either they're there or they're coming.